Okay, so this is what we're going to need for our breakfast egg wrap tortillas. First, we need some eggs, and these are the Eggland's Best eggs, and I have 8 of them here. I have some vegetarian bacon. You can use real bacon, turkey bacon, pork bacon. We like to use the vegetarian. I have a mild cheddar shredded cheese, and again, you could use any cheese that you'd like. We use the Silk cashew milk. Again, you can use regular milk, almond milk, rice milk, anything will work. And then we have our flour tortillas, and we have our pepper and Himalayan pink salt. And then to oil the pan, we have the organic extra virgin olive oil and some butter. Okay, so now I'm going to add the milk. We have our cashew milk. It's about 3/4 of a cup, roughly. I'm going to put that in. Then I'm going to add my salt and pepper. Okay, so I've added the salt and pepper. Just use your judgment of how much salt and pepper your family likes. As you can see, my family likes a good amount of pepper. So then I'm going to take my whisk, and I'm just going to start whisking it up until they get nice and fluffy. Okay, so I've melted and preheated the butter, and about a tablespoon of butter and maybe about a tablespoon or so of olive oil, and I melted that in the pan, and I usually wait till it gets a little sizzling, and then I just pour the eggs in slowly. And we're just going to let those cook. Okay, while the eggs are cooking, I'm going to take my vegetarian bacon, or whatever bacon you choose, and I'm just going to crumble it up into the bowl. Okay, so the eggs are starting to cook. I have them on medium heat, and basically what I do is I just sort of start slowly bringing the edges in and stirring it around until it's cooked. So the eggs are all cooked, as you can see, and what I've done is I've laid out 4 tortillas. It's probably going to make more than that, but I just laid out 4 so I could do like an assembly line. And I have my cheddar, and I have my crumbled up bacon there in the bowl. So I did basically a little sprinkle of the cheddar cheese on each of the tortilla, like in the center. And now what I'm going to do is take some of the bacon and sprinkle that on top. Okay, so I sprinkled some of the bacon on top of the tortillas there. And now I'm going to take some of the eggs, a little scoop, because we have to wrap these up, so we don't want to make them too tight or they will explode. So I'm basically just going to put a little bit, and just use your judgment of how much. That's about a good amount. Basically, like this scooper here, probably about a scoop full. And just try to put it lengthwise. Okay, so I'm going to do each of those. Okay, so I have my cheese, my bacon, my eggs, and see how I do it lengthways on the tortillas. Now I'm going to wrap them, which should be interesting if I'm trying to do it with one hand. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how it's lengthwise this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold in this side and then this side, and then go this way and roll it so it meets the other side. Okay, so I had to put the camera down because, like I said, trying to do this with one hand and hold the camera. So what I did was I tucked the 2 sides in, and then I folded the bottom side up, and then basically I just continue to roll so it's nice and tight, like that. Okay, so I rolled those up, and now I'm just going to keep continuing with my assembly line until I use up all my eggs. Okay, so there are all my tortillas all wrapped up. It made 11. The amount could vary depending on how you fill them and the size of your tortillas, since there's different sizes. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap them individually in parchment paper so that way I can freeze them. Okay, so I have cut out my pieces of parchment paper, and I'm going to wrap each tortilla individually. Just a little tip, I get my parchment paper at the Christmas tree store. It is only $1.99 for a roll, as opposed to, I know in the grocery store a lot of times it could be $3.49 or $3.99. So whenever I go to the Christmas tree store with the coupon also in hand, I stock up on my parchment paper. Okay, so we're all set. They're all wrapped up. They're all placed in their um, freezer baggie so I can freeze them. And I labeled the bag and dated it. And now my family, my kids and my husband can get up in the mornings and have a quick breakfast and just pop it in, unwrap it, throw it in the microwave. I would say probably 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute at the longest to heat it up. It probably depends on the microwave, your microwave. So I would say start with 30 seconds and see if it's warm enough. And these are great because you can also, you don't have to do the cheese, you don't have to do the bacon, you could do vegetables, you could just do the eggs. There's so many variations of how you could do these. So try it out. I hope you like it.